Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe.
So we can start at page 12 when Sri Radha's merciful glance showers the nectar of love of Krishna, which is the quintessence of all human goals. Sri Radha's merciful glance showers the nectar of love of Krishna, which is the quintessence of all human goals. This means that love of Krishna is sweetened by love of Sri Radha. She is Vrindavan's personified sweetness, and she is the all in all of the Vrindavan Leelas, or how Gurudev explained, she is the summum bonum. In the 80th verse of this book, Shripad explains that the worship of Krishna without the worship of Radha is only a drop of the nectar ocean of divine love. There is an ocean, but without the worship of Radha, Krishna's worship is only a drop of this ocean. I offer my obeisances unto the greatness of she, whose merciful glance showers the nectar of love of Krishna, through which we can attain his lotus feet. Sriman Mahadeva has said, O Shiva, Parvati, anyone who meditates on Krishna, worships him, or does japa of his holy name without worshipping Radha is a sinner. These are words of Shiva. So we can understand Shiva has a view to Vrindavan. He's like a doorkeeper there. And whenever we enter Vrindavan or a holy place like Radhakund, first we have to enter Shiva's place. He will give entrance. And he explained here that it's necessary, it's more than necessary to worship first Radha when we like to worship Krishna. Why? There is actually no Krishna we can worship, because this sweet Krishna we like to worship is only this sweet Krishna with Radhika. We have no entrance to this sweet Krishna Leelas without Radhika, because she is the soul of Vrindavan. She is Vrindavan's personified sweetness. So to reach sweet Krishna, only possible through Radhika. So then we finish, if you agree, this verse 3, and we can start today with the verse 4. Is there our Siddhanta Maharaj? Oh, sorry, yes.
Maybe I missed something, but I think we skipped a page or two.
Yeah, I think we skipped. Yeah, I think so.
Aha.
As I recall, we should be up around. Yeah, because I have a different edition, so my page numbering is not the same. But the paragraph where love of Krishna is the fifth and highest goal of humanity.
Yes, that was also my feeling, that we have to continue on page 11.
No, on page 13, 12 and 13.
Mm-hmm.
So with an older edition, that's page 11, so we're like a page behind. But anyway, if we can agree on
I don't understand.
We can't hear you. Do you see the paragraph that starts with Brahmeshwaradi?
No.
It's on page 12 in the middle.
There in my book, maybe I have another book, there is start the verse 4.
Do you have this book?
You have the book.
No.
Yeah.
No, I have different. So that is the,
Like two,
you see. Wow.
pages behind.
So then, if you agree, we start really with the verse 4. Or you can read the missing point, Udavji.
Rameshwaradi can also be interpreted as meaning the Lord
Yeah, no.
of Brahma.
It's on my page 10.
Yes, you're page 10, bottom of page 10.
I could not hear Siddhanta Maharaj's reading. I cannot hear. Could you hear?
No, he is not reading, Janandaji.
I mean, I have a mic, but it's a low battery, so
Okay,
it's working.
okay,
It's working
okay.
now, but it has to be charged. I mean, I think it's okay.
Okay,
You know,
okay.
so.
But
if
you can
like-
hear us, Jananda? Aha, very good. So nice.
Brahmeshvara Adi can also be interpreted as meaning the Lord of Brahma, Krishna. Even for Krishna, the amazing foot dust of Sri Radha is rarely attained. It is said that Krishna personally assumed the form of the...
Sorry, Siddhantaji. The voice is very low, so we cannot get it. So maybe Udavji is you can continue if you like.
Even for Krishna, the amazing foot dust of Sri Radha is rarely attained. It is said that Krishna personally assumed the form of the poet Jayadeva to write the famous line, Dehi Pada Palavam Udharam. Give me your generous lotus feet of Gita Govinda. The purport to the 201st verse of Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi is, one day, Shrimati is Manini, angry out of jealousy. So with the help of her girlfriends, Krishna keeps her feet on his head. Thus, her peak is soothed. Shrimati's lotus feet are moist with sweat. So the red lock on her foot soles sticks on Shyama's head, while his peacock feather falls off. This does not make Krishna inferior. The signs of Radha's mercy rather increase his glories. This makes him Rasikendra Mauli, the king of relishers. And this is the quintessence of Godhead.
We can maybe see it is that when the peacock feather falls off, there is a special hint. What I can feel that there is a meaning behind. The peacock feather is a science of a cowherd and his identification of a cowherd boy. But now there is another science on the top of Mohan's head. This is the science of Radha's lotus foot, with sweat and color. So now his identification is different. Now he not feels like a cowherd boy. Now he is a servant of Sri Radhika. Whatever isn't it?
Yes. I think he gets messed up. His peacock feather falls off, and he has sweat, and he has red lack. But it makes him only greater, like you say, only greater because now he's actually found the lotus feet. That's the highest place to be the servant of Radha. Which is why we aspire to that too.
Yes, exactly.
Radhe Radhe. Radhe Radhe. May I share one?
So in Vilapax Manjari also, marked maid servant. Trashi also get kick from our Swamini. Then this footruck coming. Do you remember this, Lila? This marked is a sign of we are Radha Dasi. Now, yesterday I also read this and I meditate what the meaning. Why Mohan's peacock feather fell down. Now, Gora Sundara Prabhu and Uta Prabhu give us answer. Now, he is not a cowhead boy. His the identity is changed. He became her marked maid servant.
Dasi. Yeah.
Shirade, thank you.
So beautiful. Every detail is a meaning in this description, and we can, with every small thing, we can go so deep in that feelings, and this is a miracle. And in the case of a maidservant, to become a marked maidservant, actually there
Even
is
better.
identification. Sorry?
I just said even better.
Yeah. This is what we are looking for, that we get marked by the mercy of Swamini.
What were you going to say about identification?
This is actually, we are still identified as a maidservant. But this starts, like with Krishna, to give up all our other identifications. Like he gave up his cowherd mood. So whatever we are, that we have to give up. And Krishna is ready to give up. Rama, Lakshmi, they are not ready to give up. Krishna is fully surrendered to Radhika. He is so sweet. He is devoted. He is fully devoted to her. But the others, the demigod, they have positions they not like to give up. And because of them, they have no entrance to Vrindavan. Because then Radhika's sweetness cannot influence their heart. If there is another thing inside, like a position, and even the demigod position is not qualified to enter in Radhika's sweetness.
I think this is a very important point, and it tells us something about our practice. What you're saying is that what is special about Krishna is that he already has a soft heart for Radha. That's why he can surrender. And when he surrenders, then he gets all the mercy of Radha. And this is the same for us. And it's kind of a difficult paradox. In order to have our hearts flooded by Radha, we need to have our heart already open. We need to be soft. So in order to get the softness, we need to be soft. In order to get the greed, we need to be greedy. This is also another way of understanding mercy. It just comes. It's a miracle.
This is our part in this game, Udav.
Yes. So there's some preparation. Yeah, please.
Sorry. So this is for me very interesting because Jayadeva Goswami, Jayadeva appeared before Mahaprabhu.
Long before, yeah.
Yeah, maybe a few hundred years before. At that time, controller is main thing. Purusha is main thing. So this Gurudev's word, or Prabhupada words, conception of God is very prominent. But Jayadeva, I think for me, he is the first one to change this dimension. Actually, absolute truth, the source of energy is more powerful than God himself or God conception. And then this is kind of indicating Manjari Baba is coming very soon. Like like say now winter, say if now winter, but in India, end of January or first week of February, slowly, like a symptom of spring is coming. So similarly, before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, kind of Krishna want to prepare. So Jayadeva's he's like instrument. He changes dimension. Love is more higher than God. This is he changed this idea. This is completely shocked for many people. Even himself, he shocked. Oh, this is not good for this writing. And then he went to take class. Then Krishna come. Oh, actually, this is correct. And he did, and and then after taking bath, he came back. He saw, oh my God, who is writing this? So this is very, amazing about Manjari Baba. So this story is kind of preparing Manjari Baba, Mahaprabhu's appearance. That's my feeling.
To that I like to add a little bit that I would say in the West, my Jesus did the same. He made the love the prominent than this was heißt das? Achtungsvolle.
Law and reverential.
Law and reverent.
Oh.
No. So he made love first. And when they ask him what is the main law, he said, this is you have to love God from your whole heart, with all your power. You have to love the Lord. God. There he used the word God, because all others only understand that. And you have to love your next like yourself. And that is the New Testament he starts, and make the love prominent to the God consciousness. But maybe they don't accept, or only they make a religion out of this. But you cannot make religion out of love, or with love. Or you can make religion with love. Yes, that's okay. But you cannot use the love for a religious institutional thing, because love is universal. Love is on the soul level. And so you cannot use the love and say only we are right and others are wrong, because love is everywhere. And so he starts with the prominence of Sri Radha, Radha's consciousness to God consciousness, or how Gurudev said, summum bonum to the controller. So we see there is before Mahaprabhu, there are actually some who gave that kind of feeling, but not in the full. Jesus gave this feeling, one bath, that is to Father. There is one bath, one mood, one feeling is love, but the full opening really is when Chaitanya came. He came as Mahabhav, and that means he came with the full opulence of our Swamini, and this is unique. There was some preparation before, but this is really a unique thing, and without him, we will never understand these hints with the peacock feather, these details, and all this, when even God becomes a maidservant, or in the mood of a servant of the love. This is really unique. And then here it's described, this does not make Krishna inferior. The signs of Radha's mercy rather increase his glories. So it makes him more attractive. This makes him Rasikendra Mauli, the king of relishes. And this is the quintessence of Godhead. So beautiful. Therefore, simply to increase his own greatness, Krishna always desires the dust of Sri Radha's lotus feet. And this is not a fairy tale. This also now it comes to proof. There is strong scriptural evidence for this statement. Krishna himself tells Uddhava in Srimad Bhagavat, I always follow my devotees to sanctify myself with their foot dust. It's amazing. Srimad Jiva Goswami comments on this verse, since I'm not able to repay my devotees for their devotional service, I perform atonement by following them to take the dust of their feet for my purification.
It's the ultimate humility. It's Krishna is the devotee of the devotees.
Yes. So Uttavaji, you are right. I remember I think Bhagavatam, someone said, I'm a devotee of the Lord. This is not my devotee. Someone who say, I'm devotee of the Lord. That person, this is really devotee. So Krishna is just kind of, like showing us the way.
It's so sweet when we enter in this, when Krishna is telling this, it's heartwarming.
Radhe Radhe. I just wanted to add something, that when somebody is doing Dandavat Parikrama, often I see, or even it happened to me, that the people touch the feet of the person who is doing the Dandavat Parikrama to take the dust of this person. So I wanted to ask also, before it was mentioned that the foot dust of Srimati Radhika is called Srimad, and maybe somebody can explain this word Srimad.
Okay, I give some humble explanation. Shri means many meaning. Shri could be beauty. Shri could be opulence. Shri could be like artistic talents. Many good things. Good fortune could be Shri. Also, ultimately, Shri means Srimati Radhika. Mat means have.
What?
Shri Mat or mad is have. I have this one.
Have. Yeah.
So means Shri Mat means someone who has good fortune, someone who has beauty, someone who has very good fortune, opulence, someone who has Radhika. That person say Shri Mat. Therefore, sometimes we say Shri Mat Rupa Goswami, Shri Mat Raghunath Das Goswami. Why is that? Because he has Radhika. Because Manjari could say, you are mine. Virupaksha Manjari 96 verse. Manjari could say, you are mine. So means I have you. You have to follow me. You have to come follow me. I can bring you to me to that, your moha. So this is, one meaning of Srimad. Radhe.
Radhe Radhe. And is this the same Srimad, like, for example, in Srimad Bhagavatam, or different?
Same. But
And same as Srimati Radhika, as when we say this. Same word.
Same, but this Shri we could differently we can interpret it.
But here it's explained in the verse himself. The dust of Sri Radha's lotus feet is called Srimad, and then the explanation of filled with opulences. It's here. It's written here, no? And so there is a it's described what is meaning of Srimad in this case. There, the opulences of Radha's lotus feet is not meaning of opulence in whatever power or gold or some opulence we understand normally. Her opulence is that of the feelings. She is, in the feelings, she is the most opulent, and she is the source of Mahabharata. She is Mahabharata. In Vilap Kushmanjali, there was a description that she is Mahabharata, and the Manjaris have Mahabharata. So her opulence is that of love, because she is also the source of love, and of feelings, and all kinds of relationship. When we, for example, when we leave a person who is close to us, mother, father, whatever, actually what we are missing is the love we exchange with that person. And this is also part of Radhika. So everywhere we see where is relationship, there is also Radhika. So this is her opulence. Maybe God is not there because the person don't believe in God, but they all believe in the love. Even when there are singles in Germany or Europe, we have more and more singles who live alone. But after some time, we can see that they have a cat or a dog. So, because there is an exchange of love and relationship. So if there is no human, then they give their love to someone else, because everyone likes to share love with another person or another soul. So we can see that the opulence of Sri Radha is everywhere. She is filled, it's written here, is filled with opulences.
The problem is, the problem we had yesterday, was that it's not everywhere. That we have 3 examples of people who could not have relationship with her. There was Brahma, there was Lakshmi Devi, and then there was our poor Uddhava. Because they have not. Sorry?
They all live together. Brahma, Shiva, they all have a wife. They all live in relation, and they all love, exchange love. But they don't like to surrender fully to Sri Radhika. They have their own position, and they have also this identification with the position. They are different to our Mohan.
I think they misunderstand Radha. They don't understand her at first. They don't understand what she is and what she has. They don't understand that she's Mahabharata. Yeah.
They think their position is more important than love. And they don't like to surrender to our Radhika. They don't like to give up. So we can also see in this material world that many are not interested in any kind of teaching about spirituality and like this, no? And also not on the conclusion, no, let me do my things, I have no interest, and like this. So they are very happy in these circumstances they are. And to come out of the circumstances, everyone needs some sukriti, maybe in form of prasadam, or doing some good to others, or even listen the holy name. That could be a start, that some desire arise in the heart of a soul, of a human being. And even in Vrindavan, we know stories about animals, that they regularly come to the temple like dogs also, and sitting there and listen the lectures. So there this start. First there has to be a desire And desire only comes by Sukriti. So if there is no Sukriti, you will not touch them with all kind of scriptures or description of the sweetness of the Lord, whatever. They have no interest. They are disturbed by listening. Many. You can ask also the book distribution from, we have many in our area here. Yeah.
I'm going to talk to my cat about this.
Yes, that's a good idea. She's there to listen?
It's the only one that listens to me.
No, that's not true.
I had one last small remark about what we just read here at the bottom, where Krishna is taking the dust of lotus feet. This citation is from Bhagavatam, and we know that the name Radha is never mentioned in Bhagavatam, nowhere. And yet, here we understand what it is. We understand that he's taking the lotus feet of Radha.
Yes, because
So
now we go beyond the Vedas. Oh,
yes.
These books are more. They go beyond. They are different to the Vedas, to the traditional Vedic scriptures.
Then again, it is said, now in Chaitanya Charitamrita, the merciful glance of Sri Radha showers the quintessence of all human goals of life.
Wow.
That quintessence, now this is Prabhupada speaking, that quintessence is love of Krishna, and Sri Radhika showers it all around. And another quotation from the same chapter. Love of Krishna is the fifth and highest goal of human life. So this is what quintessence means. The fifth essence, the fifth goal. Love of Krishna is the fifth and highest goal of human life, compared to which religiosity, economic development, sense enjoyment, and liberation, the other four goals, are as insignificant as blades of grass. Prem, the fifth goal of life, the quintessence, is like an ocean of nectarian, loving bliss, compared to which the bliss of liberation and other goals of life are not even one drop. The great treasure of love of God, Prema, is the fifth goal of human life, which makes the devotee relish Krishna's sweet taste. Finally, through Prema, Krishna becomes controlled by his devotees, and through Prem, the devotees relish the blissful taste of Krishna's service. This last line is Bhavalasrati. It's through the Prem that Radha makes flow that Krishna is controlled, that he becomes controlled by Radha, and Prem, it becomes the highest. So now Prabhupada, when Sri Radha simply casts her merciful glance, this love rasa of the glance is attained without any further endeavor, without trying anything else, without doing anything else, and flows in innumerable directions. What to speak of her merciful glance? Simply
Of her.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, her merciful glance. What to speak of her merciful glance? Simply by seeing Shri Radharani, one attains the treasure of love of Krishna without any separate endeavor.
That's only by seeing Shri Radhika. So we know from Vila Kushmanjali how intense the prayers from our Raghunath Das are to see his Swamini. We remember that all because we read before Vila Kushmanjali and how much greed was there and how much separation, feelings of separation. Without seeing her, he was very in a sad situation. And now we can read here what to speak about her merciful glance. Simply by seeing Sri Radharani, one attains the treasure of love of Krishna without any separate endeavor.
I have a question. So when we read these possessive forms, Krishna's service and love of Krishna, it can be taken two ways.
Yes.
Right? Krishna's service can mean service to Krishna, or it can mean service that Krishna is performing. And love of Krishna can mean loving us. We are loving Krishna, or it can mean Krishna's love of someone. So,
I think
I mean,
it
my
means
understanding.
love. Sorry.
Yeah, my understanding is it's Krishna's love of Radharani. That is it's not our love of Krishna.
Yeah.
I don't know if
No,
everyone agrees with that.
Yeah, it's a very important point, but it's not Krishna's love for Radharani. It's the other way around. It's love for Krishna. Love of Krishna means love for Krishna. Prema means love for Krishna.
So we are loving. This means our love for Krishna. The treasure love of Krishna means our love for Krishna.
Yeah.
We never love Krishna directly. We love Krishna always through Radhika. We have no own interest of a direct exchange with love. This is Gopi Bhav. Or
that's what's saying here.
Or Sakya. But we are Manjaris. We only see our Radhika and our service through her. Of course, our goal is to bring them together and make both happy, but always first is Radhika. This is a Manjari is always like this. Never see Krishna separate or first or even equal. Our Radhika is first. First is Radhika.
Exactly. So in the first one where we say, through Prem, Krishna becomes controlled by his devotees, including Radharani, right? That he is controlled by her.
Because he is controlled by love.
Yes.
And if we serve the love, then this is the meaning of controlling, because love controls him. So we know this beautiful scene when also these gopis put some cow dung on his face to count. This is for me it's such an amazing picture, how he surrendered to those who are in love and serving the love. So he stays as a cowherd boy, and they put some cow dung points on his, what's that, Stirn? Forehead. And you see, he's so controlled that he is taking shelter when Swamini is in Man. Then he takes shelter of the Manjaris or Sakis also. Then he need their help. So he is controlled by the love.
A very good point. And also, this Krishna Prema, generally speaking, I think Gopi Baba, until Gopi Baba, or maybe Saki Baba, is not Manjari Baba, generally speaking. So therefore, if we say Krishna Prema is center is Krishna. So, but our Manjari is center is not Krishna. Our center is Radhika.
Yes.
And so Gaurasundara said very nicely, we are serving Krishna, but not my Krishna. Radhika's Krishna. This is a very, very important point. And then Gurudev was suggesting, actually, we say Pancham Purushartha, but beyond Pancham Purusha, more higher Pancham Purusha, more like say 6 Purushartha or 7.
Yes.
This is real Manjariva.
Yeah.
So this is maybe we should add.
This is not described here. That's the point. Here it is the highest, the 5th, but we know the 6th. Thank you, Jayanandaji, that you add this to that. We need this.
In the Padma Purana, Patalakanda, Kaninda, chapter 40, it is described how Sri Narada attained the audience of Sri Radha and how he spoke from his own experience. I have never tasted such an ocean of love for Govinda's lotus feet as after seeing her. That is Radhika.
Wow.
So after it confirms what the previous verse said, that only by seeing Radha, the love for Radha's Krishna flows. Right? And by saying Govinda instead of Krishna, we know that it's Mohan, Radha's Krishna.
For me, it's astonishing that Narada got the audience of Sri Radhika. Others not. That's astonishing, isn't it? Narada attained the audience of Sri Radha.
Why?
Yeah, this is my question, because I have no answer. Others not get her audience, but he got. So maybe Gurudev can explain if he is there. Or Jayanandaji, maybe you can answer. I don't know why.
Read the line again.
Oh,
Please.
yes.
It's a Gurudev, Jai Gurudev. It's a quote from Padma Purana. It is described how Sri Narada attained the audience of Sri Radha and how he spoke from his own experience. And Gaurasundara is asking, how could Narada get the audience of Radha?
Can I give my? To see this, if you see Srivas in Gaura Lila, he was Narada.
Yeah.
Whole life he worshipped Narayan and up to Krishna. Narayan Krishna, opulence. But when he see Chaitanya, the Radha is the highest and the subject become the Lord in Chaitanya. So that way he get the audience here to realize it. In Padma Purana is mentioned, and this realization happened in the Mahaprabhu time.
Oh.
Mahavishnu and Narada both are praying. One is Mahavishnu, Advaita, and Srivas is a Narada who always worshipped Narayan. Today he is worshipping Radhika. Because when he see Mahaprabhu, he see Radha. And when he see Nityananda, he see Anangmagiri. And when he see Gajadhar, he see the Radha Shakti is there. So everything he see, Radha's sister working in the creation, and all the energy of universal energy is that Prema Shakti. And that is Radha Shakti. Then he surprised Krishna, this he relished. So one thing my Mahatma also want to share you. Please listen.
Radhe, my dear. Sorry, I was a little late. That's been the theme of my day. Yeah. We were listening so beautifully to the explanations of the previous sentence, and I felt inspired to just share one small inspiration that came. The sentence, "What to speak of her merciful glance? Simply by seeing Sri Radharani, one attains the treasure of love of Krishna without any separate endeavor." So my question was, what is this love of Krishna? This love of Krishna is Radharani. It's Radharani's energy. That's where his love comes from. So simply by seeing Radharani, we can attain Radharani's love. And what does it mean to see Radharani? To see Radharani is to be accepted by her in the form of a manjari, of a maidservant. They're the ones that are seeing, they're the viewers, they're the ones that are seeing Radharani. And so when we see her, when the fortunate souls who she reveals herself to, they're attaining this treasure, this manjari form. And that's done all by mercy, without any separate endeavor. There's no doing in this process. It all comes from mercy.
Right.
So
Who
sweet.
can see what we need to see Radhika? Can we see Radhika with material eyes?
Express.
No, only in our Sarup, in our Manjari Sarup, can we see Radharani.
Divine eyes can see Radhika.
Mm.
And so that was wondering me that Narada got the audience of Sri Radha. That means he got before, then he got divine eyes. Because the conclusion from this is only divine eyes can see divine. Material eyes can see material. Divine eyes can see divine. So now it's clear that we need a spiritual body to recognize, to see Swamini. And to serve Swamini, we need a whole body, not only the eyes. So that makes all clear. Then we have to understand that Narada got divine eyes when he saw Radhika. And Gurudev explained so nice this that happened in Gaura Lila.
One thing more I want to share. Krishna is very important, right? But Krishna is important from two consciousness. One is my material bodily consciousness, I see Krishna. So just I want to believe that he is a controller. That's it. That he is a controller and I have to know him. I have to think that. But there is no relation here, no feeling here, no understanding here. Why? Why not feelings are there? No, why not relation is there? Why not I feel and I relate and I don't want to see only controller to him? One question.
Yeah, from the controller, I like to get something. What you say, Gurudev? Amazon. This is the controller. He has everything for me, for my seva.
It means I don't know the real Vigyan.
Right.
I have knowledge, collect from the scriptures, but I have no Vigyan, no science about that.
Hmm.
And what is the science? Relation is the science. And when you see, that time I have so many relation in material world, but I don't want to keep relation with Krishna. Why? Because we not take shelter of Radhika. So love is important. It can only come but through her. How I will realize without that? How when love is not there, relation is not there, and this love and relation is in material world, in identification of my material world. How divine love I will understand without the mercy of Radhika. And what you think that Krishna will like other love? He needs pure love, and that is divine love. How I will know without Radhika? Without taking shelter of the love, how I will know divine love? So, this Krishna is Radha's Krishna, because only she can do that love. We are not qualified to see. Then just now Mahatma is telling something. Now you add this. Read again.
What to speak of her merciful glance? Simply by seeing Sri Radharani, one attains the treasure of love of Krishna without any separate endeavor.
One attains the treasure of love of Krishna means one understands Krishna's love by her merciful glance.
No need extra efforts.
No.
By only knowing her and practicing her to watchful, we will understand Krishna's love, how he likes by her behavior, what love Krishna like. So this is Radha's Krishna. And Krishna, love means Radha. Without Radhika, this love impossible to the material condition soul can do. Only we can be a viewer, not a doer. If we want to do love, I want to do direct love for Krishna, is not possible. We can view Krishna love through Radhika's love. And this is viewer tendency. So the Krishna is very important, Radhika is very important, but one viewer is also important. Maybe he is in Manjari Bhav, may he is in Gopi Bhav, may he is in Sakhi Bhav, may he is in Sakha Bhav, may he is in Vatsalya Bhav. But one mood is important to view it. How it can be possible without identifying how to feel it, that love. One has to be viewer to realize it. And we can realize who is doing it. All they are realizing. Mother Jasoda is realizing that love. Nanda Baba is realizing that love. Friends are feeling that love. Is the feelings are there. But this all love is coming from the source of the love. This takes time to understand, but when we understand, all become crystal clear. Like just now Mahatma is reading. Again read that.
What to speak of her merciful glance? Simply by seeing Sri Radharani, one attains the treasure of love of Krishna without any separate endeavor.
We can see this in the animals in the forest when they meet Chaitanya. They have no brain in this case to understand something, but by this intense energy of Swamini inside Mahaprabhu, they got influenced by this highest energy. So they dance with him. Only by seeing him, there was also Radhika.
Radhe Radhe, may I have another question?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Here is mentioned, love of Krishna is the fifth and highest goal of human life. And I'm always thinking about it. Why is it not the first goal? And it's 3 times. It's mentioned here in every sentence, the fifth goal of life. But it has to be the first, the first goal. Why they do it? It mentioned 3 times and again and again. It has a sense or not?
Well, at first it's meant to be the first. It's meant to be the highest. But the other 4 are always talked about, and now we're saying, well, but higher than all of these is the 5th. It's like you say, it's number 1, but it's because it's the last one, it's the best.
Does that mean that we have had made this experience of these 4 goals before we are able to go for the 5th goal?
I think no. It means that enveloping, containing all the other goals is Prem. So that if you have Prem, then you've already attained everything else. There's nothing more to want. There's nothing more to need. There's no liberation necessary. There's no religion necessary. That Prem is it's not only the highest, it's the summum bonum. It's the sum of all of the other ones and more. It's the meaning of all the other ones too. Once we've understood Prem, we understand everything. Once we realize Prem, then we've realized everything. Mahatma, do you want to... You see, Mahatma, you didn't come late. You came exactly on time when we needed you. Do you want to continue or should I?
Yeah, I can read. Thank you, my dear. My God, always such a beautiful perspective you have on all of our questions and material goings-ons that we have. In the Padma Purana, Patala Kanda, chapter 40, it is described how Sri Narada attained the audience of Sri Radha and how he spoke from his own experience. I have never tasted such an ocean of love for Govinda's lotus feet as after seeing her, Radhika. Srimad Sanatana Goswami wrote in his Brihad Bhagavatamrita, when goddess Radhika is ever seen, one sees Prema in very person, and one gains experience of that love.
So seeing Radhika means experience. Seeing Radhika means to realize, experience love, highest love, no? It's amazing. And that is the separation feeling of Raghunath, because he saw Radhika and he saw love and he realized love. He experienced love, this highest love. And when he not see her, we can feel his pain. If we separate from this, this is a heavy pain of separation. This is also, if we really desire this, and we get it one time, we will forget everything, like Raghunath Das. He also forgot his own body. He forgot to eat, to sleep, whatever. He not recognize this material. Even in separation, he was fully fixed on Sri Radhika. So our good hope is to see her once.
I'd like to read the sentence again and maybe add one letter. Perhaps it was left out. For me, the sentence is a little bit clearer. When goddess Radhika is ever seen, one sees Prema in every person, and one gains experience of that love.
Amazing.
Okay.
When goddess Radhika is ever seen, one sees Prema in every person, and one gains experience of that love.
This is a message for a lifetime. This is a lesson for every day.
Yeah, that's what I feel too.
And again, we are back to the divine eyes.
Yeah.
We can Radhika seen only with divine eyes. If we get the divine eyes, we will see her everywhere. Not in the material eyes, we have divine eyes, even in this world, like Raghunath.
And this is oh, go ahead.
No.
This is our Gurudev's teaching of a spiritual life 24/7. When by mercy we receive the ability to see Radhika with our Sarup, with these divine eyes, then we practice. We practice 24/7 in every person. We practice seeing that Prema everywhere. We see our Swamini in every person, every interaction we have. And through that, we gain more and more experience of this love. And in this way, when we see something that we put our focus on, this is what our attention goes to. And so when we're seeing Prema everywhere, in every person, in every interaction, we're also feeling that. And so in this way, we can come into this feeling of Prema 24 hours a day. And this is our sadhana.
Sri Radha.
Especially in this present age of Kali, quarrel, the day has come to directly experience this. So the time to practice this 24/7 is now. For now, Sri Gora Sundra has descended, accepting the mood and luster of Sri Radhika and blessing the people of the world who see his brilliant golden aura with Prema. Wow. So this is the practice, and Mahaprabhu showed us the way to this practice. And the way to this practice is to see him with Prema in the eyes of Radharani, to see Radharani in his dissension.
Harinama, Harinama. This is what his teaching is. This is the holy name, is actually, how Gurudev explained, is actually all the moods of Mahaprabhu is in that Mahamantra. And so by the Mahamantra, he blessed this age of Kali, that we can remember this sweet Leela of Radha and Mohan when they meet, and they meet in union then after, in Ramayana, how Gurudev explained. So the Mahamantra is the real blessing, and to understand the Mahamantra, it's only possible by this loving relationship in a mood of a Manjari. Only the Manjaris understand Mahaprabhu. And he came and gave this mood of a Manjari that not given before. So he also gave, or she gave, the understanding to understand himself. He gave the blessing, and he also gave the understanding from the blessing. How to understand in the relationship, in the mood. What is hard to understand, because Mahaprabhu was a multiple personality, or what is it? Personality. Multiple. Who can understand this kind of person? There's only one who is very close to them. Otherwise, who knows in which mood he is just now? Because he changed.
I love your beautiful comments about the Maha Mantra. It is the gift from Mahaprabhu, and when we give a gift, what do we give? We give what we have. And what does Mahaprabhu have? Mahaprabhu has Radhika, Mohan, and Manjari Bhav.
Wow.
And he gives all of this with this mantra.
But our focus is always on that of the Manjari, to see Mahaprabhu with the eyes of Manjari.
Jai. Yeah, as is the case with so much of this, there can be so many different interpretations and perspectives, and our Gora always does such a beautiful job of bringing us back to the point. So even though there's all these potential interpretations and meanings, what is the one that we choose to focus on? How do we choose to see? What are we focusing our vision on? What are we bringing into our life? What feelings are we trying to cultivate? Such is the prowess of Sri Radha's aura. The following verse, 234 of Brihad Bhagavat Mitra, says,
Bhagavatamritam.
Bhagavatamritam, thank you.
Yes.
Of Brihad Bhagavatamritam says, when there is such a descent of Sri Krishna Chandra that can distribute love of himself, or when Sri Radhika manifests some descent, then through his or her audience, that prema must be experienced. This verse speaks about Sriman Mahaprabhu. Sri Radha's merciful glance showers the nectar of love of Krishna, which is the quintessence of all human goals. This means that love of Krishna is sweetened by love of Sri Radha. She is Vrindavan's personified sweetness, and she is the all in all of the Vrindavan pastimes. In the 80th verse of this book, Sri of Krishna, without the worship of Radha, is only a drop of the nectar ocean of divine love. For the very life of love of Krishna Chandra is love of Sri Radha's lotus feet. I offer my obeisances unto the greatness of she, whose merciful glance showers the nectar of love of Krishna, through which we can attain his lotus feet. Sriman Mahadev has said, O Shiva Parvati, anyone who meditates on Krishna, worships him, or does japa of his holy name without worshipping Radha is a sinner. Thus ends verse 3.
Beautiful.
Don't want to break, I'm sorry to break everyone's deep meditation on this. So when we hear about Sri Radhika's merciful glance, and then we talk about having audience of Radharani. So both of these are bestowing, it says bestowing prema. In other words, we have, it's like, it's inevitable, or can't avoid it. But it's almost like they're synonymous, her glance, her merciful glance, and seeing her. It's like almost like two sides of the same coin. So it's hard for me to distinguish one from the other, and hard for me to fathom how to obtain these in the sadhaka deha. So maybe someone could reflect on this for me.
So that we are sitting here is science that she already gave us the merciful plans. But to realize and see her directly, we have to enter more and more deep in our Siddhadeha. Only with this divine eyes we get from our Gurudev. It's a mercy of him. And he give it because he got it from his Gurudev, and we go back, and then we come to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then we see who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and realize, oh wow, there is Radhika. There is the presence of Radhika. And in the form of Mahaprabhu, she gave the merciful glance to this Kali Yuga. And we can attain it by the mercy of Gurudev. And if we enter more and more deep in these topics, we get divine eyes. And we enter our spiritual body. In that case, that we are realized we are Manjari. And as a Manjari, we get her darshan. Like Raghunath got it. We also will get it. And there, in the darshan, for sure, we get her merciful glance. But actually, she took a look at us. Otherwise, we will not sit here together and enter in this topmost beautiful topics. Not possible without her mercy. And actually, we are together with the Manjari. We forget it sometimes. Isn't it, Siddhantaji?
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you. Thank you for that. I mean, I keep coming back to Mahaprabhu's mercy. So when it says, when there's such a great descent of Sri Krishna Chandra that can distribute love of himself, or when Sri Radhika manifests some descent, then through his or her audience, that prema must be experienced. This verse speaks about Mahaprabhu. So if we, obviously, Mahaprabhu is still living in, in the Ishtadev, everywhere he is present, I feel. So figuratively, we say when we see him, then we get this prem automatically, if our hearts are open to it, of course. So I guess that prem, receiving that prem, is kind of like the initiation into this. It's the start of everything. Then we can go deeper and actually have the audience of Srimati Radha in the way you were explaining, through the Guru's mercy. So this is kind of my attempt to understand how all of this unfolds,
And how Gurudev described this morning very nicely. There is, we have to fix our relationship, like Mother Yashoda, like Nanda Baba, like the Gopas, and so on and so on. If this is fixed, we can enter in the feelings. As long as we are not fixed in the mood, then there is no relationship and there is no prema. Prema only grows in the relation. So that fits together. Without one is not possible. There must be a Manjari and a Radhika to enter in the Prema. Prema is there, but if there is no Manjari, it's not relishable, isn't it?
If the Manjari is not there, who's capable of relishing it?
Yeah. When we decide to be a Manjari, to enter in that feeling, and now we fix, all is clear. Not to sing about others, we have to sing about ourselves in that identification. No looking left and right. We are who we are, and we can enter this prema.
There's another way of looking at it. When the definition of a Manjari, what is a Manjari? It's one who relishes prem, who is capable. So instead of saying you need to be a Manjari to relish prem, if you're relishing prem, then you are a Manjari.
First, you have to decide who you are. Otherwise, you will not relish. You need to become a person.
You have to become who you are. You're already a Manjari. Sorry.
Yes, Mahatma is reading Adi Leela 4 Canto, the first page, what is talking about 3 reasons of appearance of Chaitanya. I was listening. Then he said to me, the first reason to fix the Easternista. I was really shocked, surprised. And then I said, read again. He said that. And then I feel that is really fixing Easternista. Then he said, second reason, Gurudev. I said, what? Then second reason, when he said, this is Sarup Nishtha. I don't understand what he's telling. Then I said, read again. Then I was shocked. It was your Sarup Nishtha, one is Sarup fixation. East after Sarup. And when you have a East and Sarup, then third step, third reason of appearance of Chaitanya is Leela, the pastime. Only the Manjaris are looking how last Sati, they become very happy to feel their feelings of divine couple. That how last Sati is mentioned there.
Wow.
So he explained so nicely. And I am listening again and again and again and again to meditate that. Then I was meditating and I am relishing this. So you also read and test that what Mahatma, and Mahatma will also share something.
One of the beautiful I don't know if foundation is the right word, but the kind of the umbrella that goes over so much of what we've talked about, everything about what we talk about here in practice and all of our sharings. It all is mercy. It's all Guru Kripa. And when we were sharing yesterday about these 3 reasons that Mahaprabhu descended, they're written in this order because Prabhupada is showing us that Mahaprabhu is showing us the way. This is the path. First, we fix ourselves in our Istadev. Once we're fixed there, then Sarup can come. And only when Sarup comes, then we can experience the Leelas. And through all of this, we need not endeavor. It all comes from mercy.
This is the teaching of Gurudev from the beginning on. Fix Ishtadev, fix Swarup, stay in the Leela. It's so beautiful. Highest. If we accept this, all is done.
Yeah.
What do we need more? As to know who we are, as to know what is our Ishtadev, and what to do in the Leela. There is no more to realize, and then we are waiting for the darshan of Radhika, that she will accept us as her maidservant. If we fix a full face, live in the Swarup, then Leela will come.
So, Gaurasundara, today we are reading Virupakshamanjari this morning. Then, then Ananta Baba said, I'm not qualified. But my Gurudev, who is your Dasi, is qualified person. Introduce me your lotus feet. Then you must accept
Jai.
me as your maidservant. This is our Guru Parampara. I'm not qualified, but my Gurudevi is qualified. And she is introducing me at, your lotus feet. You must accept.
Beautiful.
This is Ananda Swavaji's experience.
Wow. 100%. Agree. Beautiful. Because of this, our Gurudev is always connected with his Gurudev. Wow, where you find this?
Radha.
In Adi Lila 4.
Adi Lila 4.
The introduction.
Introduction again.
How you see the subject, then it becomes clear. And this is the young boy nature. Mahatma, he is a so gifted child. I'm surprised to see his realization.
I would refer to my previous comment of it all being Guru Kripa.
Actually, I feel that Gurudev doing like Mahaprabhu. He is giving to his disciple the understanding. And like Rupa make to Raghunath. That happens when you are close to Gurudev, then you become pipeline. This is what I can feel. Oh, then it's flowing. The mercy is flowing then. And how you write, without endeavor. Isn't it? We read about without endeavor. I cannot find now.
What to speak of her merciful glance? Simply by seeing Sri Radharani, one attains the treasure of love of Krishna without any separate endeavor.
Not impersonal.
No.
You see Radha's Krishna.
Mm. Beautiful.
Radhe Radhe